Before I founded To Telecom in 2003, I was in telecommunications for the last 7 or 8 years. I was involved in opening many offices in Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee. Finally decided that it was time to get out on my own and work with a larger group of clientele and have a wider range of companies to work with. To Telecom started as an agency of only 3 telephone companies, and quickly we expanded to over 22 telephone companies, servicing customers throughout the entire country and even in some foreign countries.
To Telecom provides voice and data services to large, medium, and small businesses. In addition, To Telecom brings telephone system and computer network vendors together to help businesses best utilize their voice and data networks. Services offered include a complete audit of your current telecom bill, a full needs analysis, and proposals from several service providers to meet those needs. This usually results in lower telecom bills and enhanced value.
We work with many size companies, from several $billion-a year companies that have regional headquarters in the South or Midwest, all the way to the smaller mom and pop, which may only have 1 or 2 phone lines.
To Telecom can negotiate a better deal with the various telecom companies than you could negotiate for yourself. To Telecom saves you time and money by not having to listen to 3 or more sales reps from each provider and try to compare their quote from the other quotes. Finally, once you have selected a carrier, we interact with the key people in the provider's office to ensure that you have a smooth transition to their service and that you receive the best service thereafter.
The bottom line is that To Telecom can negotiate a better deal with the different telephone vendors than you could negotiate yourself. Really what we do is we look at what your current situation is now and then where you want to grow to or even downsize from. And what's really nice is that you don't have to negotiate with 3, 4, 5 different vendors. You can just use me, and then I can give you proposals from the different vendors. You can analyze those. They'll make sure that they're all apples to apples. They understand that the lingo that's typical in telecommunications, which is no one else seems to understand, I'll bring it down to earth so that you can make sure that you know exactly what you're talking about. And then finally, in the implementation phase, I'll work very closely with those telephone vendors to make sure that your services get installed properly, and after the services are done, we'll review the bill together to make sure that it compares favorably with your proposal, and then after that, you won't have to call the telephone company up. You can just call me. I can take any services away, do whatever you need to get done so that you don't have to spend the endless time on the phone trying to explain what your situation is. A few examples of how I've helped different companies. I work with a voicemail dating service that's in 35 different cities throughout the country, and I actually work with 28 of those cities, and each of those cities has 3 T1s. And there are multiple vendors that we work with, but I have to find the right vendor, find the right pricing, make sure that the installation goes smoothly. As you can imagine, they don't want any interruption of service, so we have to make sure that it's done at a time that would be minimal interruption, and then they get their bill and they're pleased when they see a 40% savings. A few days ago, I had a large multinational ask me to help them with their video conferencing, and they had some specialized circuits that they required, and no one else was able to give them the kind of service and provide them with some of the special pricing that I was able to negotiate. So they were very excited. Recently they've just installed, and the installation went very smoothly, and the IT director there was very happy. And that's what I really focus on, is helping my customers both save money and have enhanced value. And that's what makes the job so much fun.
Many companies are lost when it comes to telecommunications. The industry is constantly changing with new technology and applications. We save businesses time and money when they can deal with us rather than with 6 or 7 different vendors. To Telecom can offer discounts that businesses rarely receive themselves. Problem solving is not a buck-passing process, as each vendor blames the other. Instead, our customers call us and we take care of dealing with the vendors. The goal is to simplify as we offer cost-effective telecommunications solutions.